Hi, it's Budget Day tomorrow, a ritualised, anachronistic event that encapsulates the forever fiscal crisis of the state, the so-called free enterprise, which is mostly unable to survive without massive direct or indirect subsidy from the very state that a lot of these so-called entrepreneurs wish to be free from. A budget can also bring instantaneous disaster and financial meltdown, as, for example, the Liz Truss version that resulted in her exit from Number 10. Considering which, the criticism of the Reeves version by the Conservatives reeks of the usual hypocrisy. This particular budget has been the most leaked, speculated upon, analysed, feared than any other previous one. It isn't so much the frenzied rearrangement of deck chairs on a sinking ship, more of a sunken ship, except the crew, commentators, have failed to realise or recognise this because they are all tied in with this model and cannot envisage anything outside it. However, it is the warped reality in which we, like it or not, are forced to exist. The only thing guaranteed is an avalanche of hysterical headlines, editorials, TV, radio, media from the majority of the right-wing commentariat. It's mega complaints about taxing wealth creators. Not us at the bottom, who actually create the national wealth, but those drones and parasites whose riches increase on a daily basis without having to lift a finger. Some of the more hysterical types, who seem to be becoming the majority, will only be calling this the politics of envy, even comparing it to some form of Bolshevism. All this would be calling for a general election, or at least the removal of Starmer and Reeves. But to their overwhelming frustration, there's little that they can do to achieve this except gripe and attempt to undermine on a relentless daily basis for the long years that lay ahead, aided by their crazed headlines predicting the end of civilization as we know it, emanating from a wide, inexhaustible variety of sources, many of their own construction. The only real thing of interest is the fallout from this budget, in that will it strengthen or weaken Starmer before his inevitable fall after the May local regional elections, not resulting in a change of government, but another faction seizing control and a continuation of misery and decline, and the unstoppable rise of Farage and Reform UK. Bye.